Isn't this a topic we all love? Relationships. Oh my God. What an interesting topic. है ना? Relationships. It's all what? No, I'm not talking about other people's relationship. I'm talking about our relationship. Okay. So, everybody close your eyes for a second. And imagine you all are in this beautiful garden and it has beautiful flowers, amazing flowers. Imagine one of your favorite flowers. And you've gone up to that flower and you smelt it and it's always smelled the same. Like you've always smelt it, right? The same color, the same shape, right? Now, open your eyes and tell me, whenever you see your favorite flower, is it always the same or does it change? It's always the same, right? So someday if you go up to a sunflower and be like, I don't like a sunflower, मेरे को इसमें रोज का smell चाहिए, ऐसा होगा क्या? Will the sunflower change its fragrance because you told the sunflower? Will the sunflower be like, यार नहीं यार उसने बोला उसको रोज चाहिए तो मैं अभी रोज का fragrance अभी I'll try to do that. Will the sunflower do that? No, right? The sunflower not do that. So what I'm trying to get at is what Swamiji just now said. We have to try to be ourselves in our capacity, and as we are growing up and as we are going ahead and as we do our chick classes, we'll figure out what we are slowly, right? We'll understand what our dharma is. Today I'm going to cover a very small part in relationships, a very small portion of who are we in a relationship, or what should we be, or how should we look at a relationship. Okay, a small quote of Gurudev. Can somebody read this out for me? One person loudly, I can't hear. Yeah, Sachin? Does somebody want to give a few thoughts on this? What do they think about this? What is your opinion about this? Is it easy to understand or difficult? What do you think from this? Giving love is freedom. Demanding love is slavery. Yeah? Very nice. That's amazing. Very nice. What else? You cannot force someone to make you happy. And what else? What happens with us often in relationships? Yeah? Needy. Expect too much from others. So what happens? Yeah? So you expecting a lot, or that's what you're getting at, right? Correct. So what I'm trying to say is, giving love is freedom, demanding love is slavery. So you all are a very smart bunch of people. You have almost covered everything. We'll do a small activity, but before that, do you like yourself most when someone does something for you? Or when you have given or provided help to someone? What makes you feel better? Yeah. Correct. But what do you like the most? The first one or the second one? Sorry? Louder. So we are getting mixed answers. For that, I put a activity in the camp booklet. Can we go to page 27? And can I get 4 volunteers? 2 from this side and 2 from this side. You already, come Sachin, come. 2 from this side. Who's not come before, huh? Satvik? Huh? We have already gone, okay, then somebody else. Okay, go to page number 27. There are few questions. So each of them are going to, there are 8 questions. So each of them will read out 2 questions. At the same time, you all also answer the questions for yourselves, okay? Mark how many A's and mark how many B's. Okay? 27. Sorry, where is it? 27? Okay, stand in the space that side and stand. Sajid, read the first question.
If you give a gift to your friend on their birthday and they do not give you a gift on your birthday, what would you do? A. You would wonder what happened. You might even ask your friend why they didn't give you a gift. Or you would just forget about it. It's okay as long as you had the chance to spend time with them on your birthday.
So you all mark the answers, okay? I'm just doing a few questions loudly.
Which of these statements best describe you? I need to be around people to be happy. B. I can be happy alone by myself.
You do one. Louder, okay? And slowly.
Do you love your friends because they have the same hobbies or interests as you, in spite of them not always wanting to do what you want to do?
This is the second one? Okay. So these are a few questions. I'll give you 2 minutes. Just quickly do A's and B's. How many A's you're getting and how many B's you're getting. Go back. Everybody do the answers. You don't have to share it. It's for your own reference. The other 8 questions. For your own reference, write down how many A's you get and how many B's you get. There's nothing right or wrong in this, huh? Everything is fine. Let me know once all of y'all are done, huh? How many are done? Okay, I'll wait. Done? Cool, yeah. Done. Done? Okay. I'll move ahead. So the A's are, sorry, I'm moving across this. The A's are receivers of love and the B's are givers of love. Okay, so if you get either, it's nothing is bad. Okay, so we are going to go through this PPT to figure that out. Both, you can be both also. We learn now. So are you a giver of love or are you a receiver of love? B, giver is B, yeah. giver. A's are receiver, 70% receiver. Okay. So if you have got A is receiver. Receiver is, it's called Sneha. Sneha means you complete me. Aren't we enough for ourselves? Do we need somebody to complete ourselves? No, na? We are enough. When we look for that validation from somebody, we put our happiness in someone else's hands. Someone just now said, right? We're depending on someone else for our happiness. Correct? So in Sneha, we are merely receivers of love and experiencing the lower level of love. Because we are just waiting for someone to love us. नहीं मेरे को प्यार करो, मेरे को ये चाहिए, मेरे को वो चाहिए. No, he didn't do this, he didn't do that, she didn't do this, right? So then we are just waiting for someone to love us. Isn't that a little sad? Wouldn't that make us sad? We're waiting for validation from someone, yeah? But what if we are givers of love? It's completely in our hands. We don't have to wait for somebody only. You decide your happiness, you decide your love. Correct? We are not waiting for validation from anybody. Next is Prema. We like ourselves most when we have done some service to others. You know, when I did my YEP course, when I was in Guwahati for 9 months, it was a beautiful feeling because I was taking workshops and I was taking classes for these tribal kids across Assam, across Guwahati. And the joy that it gave me, because I was going around giving the knowledge that I have. I was spreading the knowledge, even the YEP course knowledge that I learned for 3 months, the textile knowledge that I learned. It was such a lovely feeling to share that with everybody instead of keeping it to myself, right? So in Prema, if you're givers of love, then you won't depend on others for happiness. Because we are deciding our action, we are deciding our emotions, we are deciding that we want to give and spread out love to others. Correct? Now, it will be like, it's very easy for me to say all this. It's not, it's difficult to do all this. It's very easy to not expect things. It's very easy to say givers of love and receivers of love. But kare kaise? Who will give us that? Batao to kare kaise, right? How do we go from Sneha to Prema, right? So I'm just going to give you a small acronym. I'm going to give you a small acronym. If you remember this, it's very basic. It should just help you in a few things. Can you spell grass for me? Grass. What is it? Okay, so we're going to see what's G. Giving love. Giving love without expecting anything. Not keeping tabs on who did what. We all do this. We all, literally all do this. We all keep tabs. And we most often do this with our siblings. मैंने तेरे लिए कल पानी लाया था, आज तू मेरे लिए. Don't we do this? If by mistake, how many of you all have siblings? If your sibling asks me मेरे लिए पानी लाना, मैं क्यों लाऊं? मैंने कल लाया था तेरे लिए. Simplest example of keeping tabs, है ना? मतलब जवाब तैयार होते हैं अपने पास siblings के लिए. Simple gift for the joy of giving. So I'm going to give you a small activity in a month. Every once a month, try to do action or service or an activity, whatever pleases you, without expecting anything, without feeling that koi notice kar raha hai ki nahi, because that's also a form of expecting. Just try to do this activity where you do something for somebody selflessly. Don't assume only kuch aapko uske badle mein milne wala hai. Okay? Okay. Without them knowing. Yeah, that's okay. But you don't expect it, is what I'm saying. Without someone expecting, without you keeping tabs, doing a nice action for somebody, like not waiting for them to notice it, basically. Rise in love. I really love this. Use the experience of love to grow. Bring out the best in each other instead of putting down each other. I really love this. Instead of putting down each other, instead of arguing, instead of telling the other person what is wrong in them, what if we tell them in a nicer way, in a better way? Instead of putting them down, won't it be better for both of y'all in the relationship? How many of us have fights with our parents and we go crazy? No, we all go crazy. But would we do that with our friends? Very rarely. Very rarely will we fight the same way we fight with our parents, with our friends. Guts ही नहीं हम लोग में. Guts ही नहीं, मैं बता रही हूँ, कोई नहीं करेगा ऐसे, है ना? Yeah, that's also there. So the thing is, instead of fighting in any relationship, it doesn't have to be, I'm not talking about a friend, any relationship. Instead of putting them down, you can actually have a very constructive conversation. It's going to take time for that, but you can try. Instead of putting them down, you can build the relationship together. Because when you fight and you put each other down, it's not helping you build the relationship. It's just taking you a step back. So we are done with G, we are done with R. What's next, guys? Acceptance. Accepting the other person as they are. Very difficult, no? And हमारे पास बहुत list होती है बड़ी बड़ी. What kind of a person do you want? I want handsome, I want tall, I want this, I want that. Is that accepting? Is that accepting? No, but you want that kind of person. What if you don't get that kind of person? Then you have to settle. Okay, so that's a better word for that is accepting very nicely. Accepting the other person as they are. The other person may have faults. We should learn how to accept them because even we have faults, right? We aren't perfect. So is it right for us to point fingers at others all the time? No, no. All you need to do is lower your expectation. Why? You don't need to lower your expectation. What's wrong with accepting the person the way it is? No, that's not lowering. There's a difference, right, guys? There's a difference in lowering your acceptance and, and accepting the person he is, right? There's a lot of difference. Suppose you have a list, okay? जो भी है वो lower. होगी ना, list तो होगी. Suppose that also you don't get, then what? Then nothing, you don't know anything. No, so it's about really truly learning to accept the person with faults. Because we also have faults, but it's very easy for us to point fingers at others and very quickly. But if we self-analyze and remember that even we have faults, it's easier to accept the other person as they are as well. Sacrifice. There may be times when we cannot get what we want, but we need to learn to be okay with that. Now, how many times are we okay with things? How many times are we okay with things? Or how many times are we, no, yeah, this is not okay. Why am I sacrificing? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? Huh? A lot of us are like that, right? But in a relationship, it's not sacrifice because you're doing it for the person you love. So eventually, it's not even, I wouldn't even say you should learn to be okay with it. It's something that automatically comes. Because when you are in a relationship with your mother, your sibling, your friend, when you love them truly, the sacrifice doesn't feel like a sacrifice. It's just comes in a flow because it's okay. Because you love that person. And sometimes you have to learn to sacrifice for the well-being and happiness of others as well, right? So that's sacrifice. Sharing. I would call it communicating though. A lot of us now in this era use the phone so much that we have forgotten how to communicate. How many of us believe this? Yeah? I still don't use chats to communicate because you are typing something, the other person is reading something in some third, fourth emotion. मतलब आपने लिखा होगा, no, I'm not coming. She said, no, she's not coming. How many times this happens? है ना? Because our communication is not strong. Right? Clear communication is a key element to successful relationship. And if we do this on phone all the time, it's not going to be very simple, guys. So, learn to share without the phone. Learn to communicate without the phone. Learn to actually share the real experiences, not with the phone. Yeah? Nothing? Okay, fair enough. So that's grass. And lastly, remember, don't fall in love, rise in love. So after learning so much, I feel when we say Gurudev's quote, we learn that we don't fall in love, we rise in love. So that's something I think you should take from today, at least when anybody tells you, I've fallen in love, oh my God. What are you going to say? You rise in love, you don't fall in love. Right? Okay. So that's it for today, guys. I had to quickly wind it up. Huh? Yeah?
Giving too much is also not.
No, but if not, lose yourself at the same point.
Like sometimes people tend to give too much,
Hmm.
so they are not like they end up hurting themselves.
Why are you giving? When you're giving, you're not actually giving, you're waiting. For example, why are you giving? Because the person is expecting it from you, right? I'll give you an example, I'll tell you. You cannot lose yourself, like what Swamiji said, your natural self, in that area, you have to learn to give. But not lose yourself at the same time. So you cannot control the receiver part, right? Then you'll be unhappy. That's okay. It's the same thing. When you are expecting love, when you're expecting
Okay, Hari Om. First of all, can we clap for Yogini?